Please come home. I got beans and bologna. Yeah.
The can out of the shot. The can, the giant can that's sitting in the bottom of the shot. The can. Move the can out of the shot. All right, make sure we're focused, not just on where the can was. Okay, well. Oh, we're recording?
Set a timer for 20 minutes.
Whoa! Amber is the color of my penis, yeah.
We're back to the regular setup, not the fancy camera setup.
Yeah, sorry, guys. You want the fancy cam? Then give us
money.
Fucking monies. So everyone that's wondering where Fractal Beef is, he's at a gay sex convention.
Yeah, and he left us out. He didn't even invite us. So.
Yep.
It's pretty fucking lame.
Fuck.
Wow. Oh, shit. Who dropped their drink this time? Who spilled their shit this time?
Okay, A1 steak sauce. Let me spit it to you. I didn't spill it on the ground. I spilled it on myself. Kind of looks like a
I spilled it on myself before, too.
Ma'am?
Remember the time that it looked like I peed myself?
Yeah, that was funny. That was the first one. You should have kept spilling it onto your crotch. Okay, so
Good.
Sensory Underload Podcast, episode 13.
Just the two of us.
We'll be busting in the sky, just the two of us and this other guy.
Scully will count as Spencer.
All right, yeah. Spencer
Has turned into a dog.
has turned into a dog.
What do you have to say?
Delicious.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is something I was thinking about, right? Oop.
Okay.
What's that?
You should ask that. Shelley Duvall.
Okay, so when bodybuilders die, right? Like a giant bodybuilder,
Okay.
do they have to get special coffins?
You think that a regular coffin doesn't hold a bodybuilder?
I don't think so. Some of the big ones, I really don't think so.
Well, I don't think that bodybuilders are bodybuilders forever.
No, but
I think you have bodybuilding years,
right.
you know?
Some of them do die bodybuilders. Like this guy named Rich Piana, who went so hard with like juice that he died at like 35. And so he died.
Did he need a special coffin?
He died ripped. No, but the only reason I thought about that is because I saw a bunch of bodybuilders in suits, like tailored.
They definitely need a special suit.
Yeah, I saw a bunch in tailored suits, right? And I was like looking at them. I'm like, damn, if this is how they look when they die, and they have to get like, because it looks goofy as fuck. A bodybuilder in a suit is the goofiest fucking looking thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, I feel like they would probably have to take the shoulders out like 2 times.
Oh yeah.
But I also feel like they'd probably make coffins pretty one size fits all.
Stop licking my damn pants. What did
Do you think do you get
Scully licked something off my pants.
Scully's licking everything.
No, she's like, do you lick something saucy off my pants?
Why do you got sauces on your pants?
I don't know.
Remember you spilled barbecue sauce.
Oh, maybe I spilled barbecue sauce on my pants. Damn it, Scully, stop licking your chop.
Barbecue sauce.
Baby back ribs, barbecue sauce.
But do you get a coffin custom built for you? Is that how it works?
I feel like some people might have to, because remember that, do you remember that? You ever seen the video, the pictures of that like 8-foot tall guy, and that's always like in front of Ripley's Believe It or Not, like museums? Like he had to get a special
like that
costume.
poses with the smallest person in
Yes.
the world, and it's like a 2-foot tall person.
Right. They definitely had to get a specialty costume, like
Unless they just folded him in half and he just touched
like
his
break him
toes
at the knees.
when he went in. Sorry, was that morbid?
Maybe.
I have no sense of. I don't have
Scully,
a sense for that anymore.
What
Sorry.
did you lick? You're like going to town. Like, did you lick something spicy off my pants?
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. One man's Section 8 exposed brick. One man's exposed brick is another man's Section 8 housing. I thought of that today.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's the difference?
What?
The cabinets.
Yeah, the cabinets are the difference.
Every apartment, like Section 8, or even just like regular
Shitty apartment.
ass college apartment, has the same fucking cabinets. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like, they're just like.
Make sure you're like kind of like. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it's hard to. I'm listening. I'm just saying. I will say the cabinets is like this white. It's like the
It's
outside.
white.
Yeah, it's white,
Yes.
and the outside rim is like kind of made of wood. Like it looks like it would be made of wood, but it's definitely probably made out of particle board.
Yeah.
Do you think there was like some guy that went around to every Section 8 or like shitty apartment guy and was like, "I'll give you these cabinets for like 3 cents, 5 cents." You know what I mean? Is that why they're all there?
Probably like whatever the Sears catalog equivalent of
like shitty
landlords
cabinets.
is. I don't know.
Well, yeah, where are they getting their shit from?
Dude, Sears catalog back in the day was crazy. Have you ever? You could buy a fucking house from Sears.
Yeah, that is crazy.
You could buy a house and a gravestone. Your
And-
whole fucking life. That's all you need.
You know, it is they were kind of like the Amazon.
It was. Sears was the original Amazon. You're
Because
right.
you could buy anything there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like back in the...
Good. The catalog was like the original Amazon.
Like Amazon.
Yeah, I guess.
I kind of would like the idea. I don't know if I have the guts
To buy a house from a magazine?
to buy a house from because as nice as it says it is, you know, there's still a user error because they didn't come built. They gave you all the parts and you built the house.
It's like IKEA.
It's like IKEA furniture. It came with all the drills. I mean, it came with all the screws and the wood that you would need.
Fuck that, dude.
Cabinets.
You have to hire like a construction team.
Right. Or if you had the guts,
You build it yourself?
or you build it yourself.
Hell no, dude.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'd trust. I'd be like, let's just hope they send me all this shit. Because there's no like.
I don't know how to build a house.
No. I don't even think, as much as people like to say, back in my day, I used to know how to do everything. I don't even think motherfuckers back then knew how to build a house. People that know how to build.
That seems specialized.
Mexicans, the Amish, and like guys that drink way too many beers on a Tuesday. Those are the people that know how to build houses. That's it.
Seems like a little bit of overlap there, but yeah, definitely.
But no, it's a white guy that drinks too many beers on a Tuesday.
Okay.
A white guy
Specifically.
A white guy that drinks too many beers on a Tuesday has a hard stomach. Like if you hit him in the stomach, they've been drinking beers for so long
Yeah.
that when you hit him in the stomach, you're like, ow, that feels like ooh.
It's rock solid. Yeah.
You know what it is?
definitely.
It's a white person that drinks too many beers, right? The tummy turns hard because it's like they've been working so hard, but like they don't eat properly. You know what I mean?
That's why.
That's why.
They're doing so much like manual labor.
No, it's like a chemical reaction inside of their body. Like eventually the tummy just becomes solid beer. You know what I mean? Or it becomes a keg. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ. Scully just awooed at that. Did anybody hear that?
Ah woo. Let's ah woo back at her. One. We're gonna ah woo back at Scully.
Ah
Ah woo.
Oh.
Ah woo, ah woo, ah woo.
She has nothing to say now.
So we weren't sure tonight if we were gonna do one of these or go see.
Go do a movie. Do a movie
Yeah,
review.
we were that or not Fortnite.
He's been stuck on Fortnite today.
Fortnite.
Not playing Fortnite, but just
Battle
saying
Pass.
the word Fortnite.
I just shit out my ass. Do you know something I was thinking about? All right, look at these pictures. You're gonna look at it with us.
Okay,
Is Johnny
I'm
Depp
looking.
is Johnny Depp a vampire? Ready? All right, so this is Johnny Depp and Leonardo.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Is he a vampire?
Now look at this.
No, you're just gonna show
So
me
this-
how he's not aging, aren't you?
Okay, that's him now. He still looks a little older, right? He does look noticeably older.
Right.
But like Leonardo DiCaprio looks like a child. That's a grown man. How are they aging like to baby and like man to man and man?
I don't know. Something.
That math equation doesn't add up. Look at same age. Boom boom. We're looking at these two. He looks like a
What
baby.
is it about Johnny Depp that
Is he Mexican or like
I was
mixed?
just gonna say that he looks like ethnic somehow, but only when he's older. When he's younger, he doesn't. He looks pretty white when he's younger.
Yeah, I don't know
But
what.
I mean, also I don't know.
I think
It's I don't know. White people just don't age good.
no, but Johnny Depp.
We don't.
Johnny Depp does. Do you know what it is? He slowly got like Mexican and black people blood transfusions throughout his like fame, right? And then like was like
They just all started inviting him to the barbecue. And
yeah. And then he like magically he just like darkened 3 skin tones, started
the
smoking
opposite of Michael
cigars.
Jackson.
The funny thing is too, he lives hard. You would think that he would look worse.
Right, like he smokes cigs and like,
drinks,
boozes.
Yeah. Does coke. Like you would think he'd look like a man that drinks all day. He must.
I imagine Leonardo DiCaprio also does all of those things.
Yeah, but I don't feel like he probably goes as hard as Johnny Depp. I feel like Johnny Depp goes way harder, if I were to guess.
Yeah.
Just like visual.
Maybe.
I mean, also.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because of Wolf of Wall Street that I could see Leonardo DiCaprio doing a lot of coke.
Maybe. You know what? Now that I say that.
He only dates like 25-year-old models.
Yeah. You know what?
You know?
You know what? That's probably what it is. Johnny Depp probably gets more age-appropriate pussy. Leonardo DiCaprio fucks young bitches and is like they drain him. You know what I mean?
They're just sucking his soul out somehow.
Like, cause could you imagine like he's sitting across from his like 21-year-old model girlfriend and she's like, "Did you ever think Keeping Up with the Kardashians?" And he's just like, kill myself, pussy. And then he's like, okay, he's fine, right? And then it re-regulates himself. I think it's got to be that.
I wasn't alive during 9/11.
Right. No, yeah. What did you mean that someone crashed the what into the tower? You've never heard of 9/11? I wasn't alive in 2001.
I read about that in my book. My history books.
They said that in my books. Something I didn't know existed until very recently. Did you know that there's like plugs, like, you know, if your car like bing, bing, bing.
Like a car alarm?
No. Like, what are they called? You don't want to wear the seatbelt?
Okay, yeah, and then it starts yelling at you
right.
because you don't have your seatbelt on?
Right. Did you know that they make...
Excuse you.
Sorry. Ooh, that smelled a little bad, too. I'm sorry I burped into your microphone, Spencer, but if you were here, I wouldn't have done it.
At least you have the fuzzy condom on.
I do have the condom on. How much time do we have left really quick, just so I know?
How much time is on the timer, Siri? It's not listening. How much time is on the timer?
There's a 20-minute timer with about 8 minutes remaining.
Okay, 8 minutes. I'll hit this. Okay.
Okay, what do you got? What do you got?
Did you know that they made these?
What is that?
It's a thing.
That seems unsafe.
It's a thing that you plug into the spot of your how would you describe this? It's like
the buckle, like where you buckle your buckle, I guess, for your seatbelt.
Right.
Like the...
But it's not attached to anything.
But yeah, it's like basically the buckle of the seatbelt without being attached to the seatbelt. Like if you cut the strap off, and that seems dangerous. Don't encourage that.
I didn't know.
I already see the Reddit tag. Get out of there.
I didn't know it existed, right? But someone said it to me. Like I was on my TikTok live and someone was like, "Oh, I have a like a fake thing to like plug into my thing, but a fake thing to plug into my seatbelt so it doesn't go off.
It doesn't ding."
But do you want to see the funniest thing that is hilarious about this? That is why I thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
Look at what it says on it. What does that say? Do you want to read that for everyone? What is it? They're looking at a picture of it.
It says "do not use." What the fuck do you even make something and then say "do not use" on it?
Yeah, no, that's
that's hilarious.
That's fucking.
It has like that little checkerboard, cutesy, iridescent design. I mean, y'all can use that if you want to fucking die. That's fine, but
I mean,
I just feel like you're gonna get in a car accident and kill yourself.
I will say though, until like 2009, I never wore a seatbelt. My whole childhood never wore a seatbelt until shit started beeping. I made it. You know what? Fuck that. Wear your seatbelt. That's dumb.
I was gonna say
that's bad avocation.
That's just that thing that you do one time.
Oh, I know.
You know.
Right. And then
you're fucking
eat
dead.
shit. Yeah. And then before you,
it can even be not your fault because other people fucking suck.
Like, I will say this: I'm annoying as fuck right now. Could you imagine how fucking more annoying I would be in a wheelchair? Just
Yeah.
like, hey.
And I have to wheel your ass around?
Hey, I can't get up the fucking the stairs.
Yo, I need you to wipe my ass.
My asshole's itching. I got hemorrhoids because
Yeah,
I've been
let's-
sitting in the chair all day.
Let's not do that.
No, maybe we'll wear the seatbelt.
Let's wait on that.
Yeah, Fortnite Battle Pass. Fortnite
Great.
Battle Pass.
I'm
Hey,
happy for you.
on some other side shit, just really quick before we restart the camera. If you want us to go see Five Nights at Freddy's, type Five Nights at Freddy's in the chat.
Let us know. We
we-
almost did go to see it
we
tonight,
almost
but neither of us know anything about it, and we weren't sure if
We'd like it.
yeah, or if we would even know what was going on. Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? And if you just want to see
Let
it,
me work it.
take the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's your freaking It's your freaking
If you got a big
Yeah.
let me work it.
Let me put
I don't know the words.
yeah.
Find out how hard I gotta work, yeah.
It's your freaking It's your penis ticket right now. Did you know that Spencer is a keynote speaker at the gay sex convention that he's going to?
Really? Where is there like panels?
There's
at the-
panels, but he's the keynote.
convention?
Yeah, he's the keynote speaker.
Oh, good for him.
He's talking about
He has a lot of credentials.
yeah, he's professionally gay. Professionally.
Does he?
But not even gay porn, but like
Does he have a PhD in?
sucking cock. Just pure cock sucking. Like, and he's not even gonna, he's like the dude busts and he just keeps going.
Oh my god.
He doesn't even, he's like, stop. And he's like, oh.
That's
Ah!
that's enough.
But thank you for letting us use your microphones in court, Spencer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, let's reset the cameras.
Please come home. Please come home.
Like 2 minutes if I had to guess.
Please come home. Please come home.
Okay, well.
Please come home. Please come
You wanna reset the camera?
home. Please come home. Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
All right, you want to hit the topic next? I was born on a Dublin street where the Lyle runs the beat, and these loving English feet, they'd walk all over us.
Are you singing me an Irish jig song?
Yeah, I'm singing the IRA song.
I mean, I could do a jig to that, I guess.
I
They
think
do
they
like Irish dancing to that.
I think they do Irish dancing to IRA songs from the 50s.
Well, that's fun. Something that I see that I just saw on TikTok this morning, but made me think. You see those like videos of animals in space. Have you ever seen like a video of like a dog in space?
Oh, and they're just like
Yeah, and they're just like floating around.
yeah.
I saw a fucking video of a frog in space.
Could he
Could you
stop
imagine
himself from
being a
jumping?
frog? No, he was just like. But I was just thinking like maybe I was just too high, but like a frog.
Make sure you put the mic towards your face.
A frog.
I don't mean to be rude, but they can't hear you, and if I don't say it, then it sounds like shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
We'll talk about this later. Anyway, you just ruined my vibe.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But the frog was fucking tripping ass.
Yeah.
I think a dog is smart enough to, just eventually accept their predicament.
Well, a frog was not meant to be put in space.
No, but I said a dog. A dog will.
I know that.
Like a dog will eventually be like, okay, I'm here. But I don't think like a frog is smart enough to be like, you know what I mean? Like the Russians used to send dogs to space, and I don't know what the fuck they did. Did they have jobs while they were going places?
I don't know. Like, what's the point of even having the
dog
there?
on there? Just send the fucking rocket up.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Why a dog too? That's a bummer. The dog's not making it back.
The dog probably didn't live.
Yeah, the dog probably didn't make it back.
No, but my main question is like, why do we need to bring the frog to space? What is humanity doing?
That we're putting the frogs in?
Why do we need to bring the frog into space? Like, really? Why?
Well,
truly, probably we just want to know.
What do you
just want to know?
That's probably what the French NASA is doing. They're like, we'll send frogs up. They're like, why? Be like, because someday we will live in the future, and I need to know if we can have frogs in the space. Is that a good French accent?
That's okay.
That's okay. I do love the video of the Shiba. I think it's a Shiba Inu just
floating around. I'm going to try and hopefully I can find the video. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Of the frogs in space. I mean, it's also...
It was a video of a frog and a dog.
In space?
The dog was doing exactly what you said.
Just like chilling?
The frog was flipping shit.
I wonder what a spider would do in space. Let's not take spiders to space. Let's make sure when the world ends, eventually, we're leaving all spiders on Earth. No spiders in spaceships. No more spiders in space. No space spiders.
What about the rest of the insects? Cockroaches and centipedes?
Leave them. Just leave them. Yeah, leave them all.
Okay.
In our future, our perfect future utopia, we're leaving all things that scare me on Earth, and then the things that are cute can come with. It's kind of like it's gonna be like Noah's. What did Noah do? He put everybody on the boat. That's the dumbest fucking story I've ever heard in my whole life. Could you imagine every animal on the planet was supposed to be on one fucking boat?
Well, because, I mean, if you logically think about that, like, what, there's 2 mosquitoes on there? There's only 2? And, like, they're not going to accidentally get smushed?
Every animal fucking inbred from 2 animals as well as on top of it?
Well, that's only... Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, I mean, you'd think there's, like, a line of... What is it? The circle of life? Like, they're going to eat each other.
Yeah,
that's, like, that would be
prey. That would be a fucking madhouse.
Like, then eventually there wouldn't be certain species because like the lion would eat the warthog or whatever. Right. There'd be no warthogs anymore.
Do you think they all just agreed? They're like, on the boat, guys, nobody eats each other. They're just like
what? Noah was like, yo, hey, okay, if you want to come on this boat, y'all. You got number 1, you got to sign this piece of paper.
Right.
Okay. This is an NDA. And also it legally binds you to say, if you want to live, you want to go get to wherever we're going. No.
You know,
if
Christians were really fun, they'd be like, and it explains why some animals look like each other. Because I'd be like, the zebra is just a horse that fucked, what's a striped animal? I don't know. A dog? I don't know. I don't know what has stripes. Know. That is really the only animal with stripes.
That
really.
has stripes?
I'm trying to...
I feel like maybe like... What, like a lemur has a striped tail?
Maybe like he stuck the tail up the horse's pussy.
Ew,
and then that's how you get up.
No, that's gross.
Okay, I'm thinking biblically.
No, that's gross.
I'm biblical thinking.
Also, whoever wrote this could have just written less plot holes into the story.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
ancient writers,
maybe
who wrote the Bible. Think about that.
Maybe the ancient writers of the Bible would realize they're like, this is clearly a metaphor, and then it's
not a good metaphor.
And then people in the future were like, I think it's real. I think it's 100% real. And they're like, the guy's like, oh no, it was a metaphor, guys. Oh, you didn't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is Nacho Libre Mexican face? Jack Black's not Mexican, right?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Jack Black. I don't know any black people that are named Mexican people named Black.
I mean...
he might be. I don't know.
I don't know. But... I don't know.
Did you know that Nacho Libre movie was directed by the same guy that made Napoleon Dynamite?
I think I did know that. I'm going to be completely honest with you that I've never seen Nacho Libre.
Really? I've only seen Nacho Libre twice. I saw it once in the theater when it was brand new, and I didn't like it. The second time I saw it is when I got my braces put on, right? And they had 3 movies, and they were all children's movies besides Nacho Libre, and I rewatched Nacho Libre, and I liked it even less watching it while getting my braces to put on. Obviously because of the pain.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and the, overall bad experience, but it kind of... Maybe I would re-like it if I watched it, and, I don't really... I'm going to be honest, I don't really like Napoleon Dynamite either.
I feel like Napoleon Dynamite's fine. I think it's got some funny, campy moments.
Yeah.
I wonder if I would have liked it if it wasn't so, like, hyped up at the time. Because I feel like nowadays there's so much saturation with movies and shit. Like, if a movie like that came out now, it would just be like a blip and like, okay, whatever. But like back then it was like, oh my God, this is the most fucking hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Do you know what I also think it is? It's an early twee movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think its visual style helped its become popular in its time. You know what I mean? Because, like, if someone showed me Napoleon now, I'd be like, is this ironic?
Right.
Because
like,
it's
is it
so
supposed to
twee.
be like Wes Anderson
Like a
kind of
Wes
shit?
Anderson ripoff type thing. Yeah.
Right.
Wes Anderson sounds like a cool black guy name. And it's actually
It does, but it's...
the nerdiest white guy.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to see that Rocket movie.
Is that a Wes Anderson movie?
Yeah.
Does he have a new one?
Yeah, it's like Rocket Island or something.
I've not even heard of that.
Yeah. Did you know that before I could come, before I could come, I used to masturbate and I would come, but without jizz coming out of my penis. Did you know boys do that?
I did know that.
You did know?
I did know that. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I knew that you could do it like now.
No.
I think it's possible still.
To masturbate and not come?
I think so.
I don't think so. I think if I masturbate, I'm probably gonna chew. Oh, I mean, I could stop, but I'm saying like.
Well, maybe not you, but I'm saying like theoretically.
Theoretically,
it's
yeah.
possible.
Theoretically, it's possible. I do like the idea. There's people that can masturbate with their mind. I've heard about that.
Yes, I've heard of that. Yeah.
That seems scary to me.
Scary.
Because if you have that power, what else can you do? You know what I mean?
What else can you control?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's the final step of true body mastery, if you can mind come. So, like, do you think he can, like, extendo gadget his arm or, like, maybe change his body temperature? You ever seen those monks that turn themselves, like, hot and they can, like
start
steam?
to melt snow and shit?
Yeah, that shit's hard.
I bet they could probably figure that out.
I bet they can. I bet they can no hands bust us, too.
That's what I mean. I bet they could figure that out.
If there's any Buddhist monks watching the podcast, let us know if you can no hand bust.
Do you think that Buddhist monks probably can't even masturbate? You think they probably don't even have a desire or something?
I don't think it's beyond beyond anyone to have the desire to masturbate, but I think maybe they have the mental fortitude not to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they know that. I don't know. Do Buddhist monks not jerk it? I know that the Catholic priests aren't supposed to do it, right? But that's what leads them to fuck children. And I've never really heard of Buddhist monks fucking children, so I'm assuming they can bust, but I may be wrong.
It's just a thought.
Do you know the Greek Orthodox allowed their priests to get married?
There's some, I mean, not Catholic, obviously, but some Christian
allow
sects
them
let priests get married.
I feel like maybe everything changes with time. You know, everyone's opinions change. Maybe let the priest fuck, and then because it's clearly not working.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, we all see the Catholic Church.
Yeah, the Catholic,
and we've all been seeing the Catholic Church for many
years. Yeah, so maybe we just allow them to fuck, even if it's just like you can fuck a man or a woman. You know, they won't let the gay shit slide. But let's just say.
I mean, maybe we should start a little hint, wink in it. Because we all know what's going to happen. We all know what's happening, okay? Just at least let it be adult consensual.
Yeah, I'd rather the adult consensual than the kid shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Leave the altar boys alone.
Leave them alone. And you know what's fucking... the funniest thing, something I didn't realize until I went to the Catholic shit with you, is the priests wear those gay-ass outfits.
Yes.
It's one thing to be molested, but another thing to be molested by a man in a fucking stupid outfit. Well, that feels almost... that almost seems worse to me.
They don't wear the outfit all the time.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Oh. What do they wear the rest of the time?
Well...
They have to wear some kind of outfit, right?
No, that's when they wear that thing with the collar. The black with the little white thing. You know, where they wear, like... black pants, and a black shirt, with the white.
Oh, yeah. What is that? It's like a non-collar.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's like a non-collar, and it's got the little white thing.
That's what they wear underneath.
Oh, you know what? This is sound dumb as fuck, and it makes sense why that's a real thing. But in my mind, that's only a costume. You know, like a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Did you know that in the Catholic Church, their outfits that they wear, that it actually changes throughout the year?
Oh, like they have new fits
They
throughout
have
the year?
different colors, like for different like liturgical seasons.
Oh, no
so,
shit.
like Advent is a season, which is like around Christmas time.
What are the color? Like what kind of color
I don't
palette?
fucking remember.
It's like is it like
There's
it's probably like
there's
blues and green.
greens and purples and
A purple?
yeah, I think there was purple.
Wow. You know,
Yeah,
I've never seen a priest in a purple outfit before. I mean,
well,
besides the black ones.
It's like white with like different colors and shit on it, but
yeah.
yeah.
Like the only thing I can think of that's purple and church related is black people stuff. You
No,
know what I
I
mean?
think we had some like purple like curtains and shit for the fucking table bullshit. I don't remember what it's called, but
a really fucking interesting thing. I saw somebody on TikTok who I saw a series of videos of people showing pictures of their black grandmother's church outfits.
Did they have fancy ass hats on too?
With fancy hats on. Whose grandma's outfit goes harder?
Anybody grandma, you got 24 hours to respond.
Baby, her grandma was stepping. But let me tell you something right here. Miss Kojic, my grandma don't play. Let's really get into the looks. Like, please don't play with her. With the tennis shoes. She don't even really do the heels no more. But baby, my grandma serves every freaking Sunday. This is a little throwback, but y'all see the fur. Y'all see the little snow flurries. Again, you see the hat? Miss Kojic, do not play. What y'all got? Come on, bring it on. All right, hold on. Last but not least, the pearls. Y'all see the shoes? Y'all see the detail? Mwah. Chef kiss with the finger waves.
And it was magical.
That would be a fun game.
Yeah. It's I didn't even realize the hats get get big.
Imagine
You know what I
sitting
mean?
behind that.
With like overhanging lace and like form-fitting color matching outfits. That's fun.
It is fun.
That's wicked fun. They
fun.
should bring that back also to church. White people should do that. Put your
Yeah.
grandmas in stupid outfits. And put your grandma in a stupid fucking outfit.
Well, let's call my grandma and see if she'll put on.
Yeah, there
Should
we go.
Buy her a fun outfit for
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's fun.
Bring her to church.
Okay, so they say that there's, like whenever you're talking to a person that likes a TV show that's like a children's cartoon, they're like, there's jokes for adults.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
They just go over the kids' heads.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that there's been jokes for adults for years because I remember growing up watching Tom and Jerry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a slave character, Mammy. Remember? Okay, and you'd only show her legs, and she was clearly like a house slave in Tom and Jerry. I remember these episodes. I think they probably discontinued them like into my adult age Tom and Jerry watching because I watched Tom and Jerry for years, and I'm like, no, that is a joke for an adult in a children's TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like they maybe have been doing it for years because everybody knows that children are watching them, but also their parents are like kind of watching them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because it's like they're the ones turning them on for the kid,
Even really early cartoons used to play before movies. You'd pay like a quarter, and then you'd go see like a cartoon and a movie,
like the original drive-ins.
yeah, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of like old movies, one thing I fucking hate about old movies with a passion is when you watch an old movie and they have the names of the movie like starring this, and they have
And
it
it's,
before
like,
the
super
movie,
long.
before the fucking movie.
It's like the credits
The
before
credit
the movie.
before the movie, like
Yeah.
they have the credits that we put in the back now.
Yes.
Before the movie, it can even be something fun because like Willy Wonka,
Like Grease.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Fucking all the James Bond movies.
They just have like a whole like title credit sequence.
Yeah, and I'm just like, movies, just start the fucking movie.
Yeah. And we definitely got past that eventually.
We did figure that out. Probably,
Our attention spans are not getting any longer.
Oh, no.
Eventually, we're just gonna be like the first thing we see is like just dialogue
Right, no.
immediately.
No, eventually it's movies. The movie theater is going to be like everyone has a phone by their chair, and if everyone collectively gets bored, they just swipe up, and they're like, next movie. This is boring.
Oh God.
And, you know what I mean? And if enough of the crowd doesn't like the movie, you swip out to the next movie, and then
Yeah.
That's what it will be. It'll be called Tubi Films, or
Oh God.
it'll be shot in
TikTok cinemas.
all movies will eventually shift from 16:9 long ways to 16:9 vertical and shot vertically, so that you could scan.
It looks like the battery is low.
Oh no.
Wasn't it just plugged in?
Yeah. I swapped the battery to the one that was plugged in.
Should we change it?
We can wait a second. Probably.
Okay.
We'll just make sure it doesn't.
Continuing on.
Oh, this is something interesting that I thought at when I was at the Burger King parking lot this morning.
Okay.
And this is the last topic I have written, so we'll just have to kind of riffy-diffy it until
We can do that.
the end. You know how there's gay conversion camps?
Yeah.
If I was a gay child, there's no place hotter in my mind than gay conversion camp. Because think about it. You're surrounded by a bunch of gay kids. Camp is horny. I've never been to camp.
But that's what you imagine it is.
I imagine camp is horny, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like a horny camp where they don't want you to fuck, so you have to be secret, right? And you're surrounded by a bunch of other gay kids who they don't want you to be fucking. This sounds like a plot to the horniest of hornyism.
Well, let me speak on 2 points there.
Okay.
One, I've been to a couple different camps.
Were they horny?
Not in the slightest.
Oh, no.
Now, I will say that maybe they weren't your typical camps, where
What kind of camps were they?
You're sent off like for the summer,
Okay.
For a whole or for a couple weeks kind of thing.
Okay.
I went to Girl Scout camp.
Oh, that's all girls, though.
Right.
You need co-edness to be. Oh, you don't need co-ed.
Not
No.
if it's a gay camp.
No, but
Hello. Boy Scout camp. I'm sure that's very similar.
I'm sure some boys be fucking in Boy Scout camp.
And what was my second point? And number 2, have you actually ever heard about gay conversion camp?
No.
I think they were not thinking about being horny because they were fucking terrified and fucking like pissing themselves out of terror.
Why?
Because I've heard that these camps were like they would like pull them, they would like fake kidnap them.
Oh, is it
from
like
their parents' house?
Yeah.
And then like put them in like it's like an army training camp. Like
Yeah.
they are like out in the woods, like hiking and shit all day long.
Well, I mean,
And that's because that's what they think is going to change.
right,
them.
right. It does. I will say though, because speaking of like, I know people that have gone into the army, right? Hey, yo, I just shit my pants. I just pissed my pants. I just coom in my pants. I just shit in my pants, and then I piss in my pants. What I'm saying is, I'm sure that's terrible. Yeah, that does sound shitty. What is that? There's like another type of thing that was like, I think it's called like wilderness therapy, where they do the same thing. They kind of like the parents allow the kids to like kidnapped and they like are forced to march around.
It's like kids that they want them to like.
Oh,
be,
sorry.
My God.
Did you guys hear that?
Gross. Like they want them to start listening to authority.
Right. Type shit.
Yeah.
Did you know that Chet Hanks?
Big up the youth them way out of Kingston. Me wake up this morning and me see the thing turn up. Internet gone mad. Respect, you don't know. Me soon forward a yard. Booyaka.
Did that?
Was forced to do that by Tom Hanks, his dad Tom Hanks, and then his dad found out that it was like horrible, the shit they did to Chet Hanks. Shout out to Chet Hanks.
The rapper.
Man with Jamaican accent. Ooh, that fart's a little stinky.
Gross.
Breathe it in. Take a deep breath.
Do you remember that shit where, was this like a QAnon thing where people were saying that Tom Hanks was
like a child predator?
Yeah, because they were like, what was it, like a glove in his Instagram pictures or something?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so the QAnon rabbit hole with like their celebrities that are child predators is weird because, okay, so QAnon like isn't like implicitly about like celebrities being child predators, right? Like QAnon's like a weird offshoot of like conservative shit, right?
Right.
And a lot of the like people that are like really prominent QAnon people don't even believe in QAnon anymore because they thought that Robert Kennedy was going to come back from the dead, right?
Oh yeah, wasn't there like a big thing within the last year or
Right,
something?
where he was supposed to
like they were all gathered somewhere.
right, and convinced that he was going to come back and he didn't come back. So QAnon has kind of fallen off.
Oh no,
Like,
QAnon.
Yeah, they had their little moment in the sun. I do wonder what the next like. It is weird. It's like it's like conservative conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right. Which
usually doesn't like the idea of conservative ideals doesn't really mesh with like the idea of being ultra conservative, like conspiratorial. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
I don't know. It seems like they wouldn't match because like the whole idea of being a like conspiracy theorist is like you don't trust the government. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And conservatism is like
you trust
the government.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
It is like, and you trust the police and you trust the military and you trust.
Right.
And I'm like, you guys just really, you should just think of like looking into becoming a liberal because if you have like this much distrust about the government.
Let's use our logic here.
Right.
And just kind of see where we're headed.
I hate how much people dick ride the police now. Like it used to be normal for people to not fuck with the police, right? Like you would think that if you were like a conservative and you're like, they're not going to take our guns, right? This is your big like point. They're not going to take our guns. Mm-hmm. Who do you think's going to take your guns from you? It's not the government. It's the fucking police. Right. That's going to be the arm of the government that takes it. I was going to
say the police are the government.
But basically. I'm saying like they're an arm of the government, right? But then like at the same time, all those people that dick ride the police are the same ones that are like, don't take our guns. I'm like, who's taking your gun? I'm not going
to take your guns away.
No, I don't give a fuck. Have your guns.
Right.
The police will take your guns away.
Right. Do I want them to take your guns away though? It's probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What was that shit going on in, what was it, Rhode Island? Where that guy, there was like a serial killer recently. Not a serial killer, but
like a mass shooter.
A mass shooter?
Yeah, we had another one.
Yeah, what happened? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, he was like a firearm instructor.
And was he like they were looking for him for a long time?
Yeah, he was missing. I think they did find him.
Yeah, I think yeah.
But another one, rack that up.
One. So,
another one.
Again, it's probably good to take your guns away. Firearm instructor.
Right. I mean, that's the ultimate guy that says the only guy that can stop a bad guy is a good guy with a gun. Right. And then all of a sudden the good guy with the gun becomes the bad guy.
Right.
Isn't that the fucking dichotomy of the world that you've never, you know what I mean? But no regulations needed. Not like every other fucking civilized state. Not even civilized. There's fucking places that are like third world countries that it's hard to get a fucking gun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why is it so like? Why does it have to be so
able to go
easy?
To Walmart.
Oh yeah.
And get a gun.
You can still buy ammo from Walmart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if realistically, you don't need a gun nowadays. If you have just shotgun ammo and the will to make a gun, you can make a gun.
Out of what?
PVC piping, a blast cap. People make it all the time. And if you,
I thought you were going to start doing a tutorial.
Oh no, it's pretty easy. You could. It's not even that hard to do.
Look it up.
It's Googleable. And I mean, with the advent of like 3D printers, realistically,
DIY gun.
Everyone kind of God bless any fucking country that ever thinks they're going to ever invade America. I swear to God, because we're all we have the itch.
Yeah, I guess if we're gonna be all concealed carrying,
right? We have the itchiest of trigger fingers as Americans,
especially if we're going into like Texas or some shit.
Yeah, good luck invading from the south, because that's probably where you'd have to go. You know what I mean? to like invade America.
Yeah, not unless you're gonna come in on boats, I guess,
Yeah, maybe.
or airplanes.
Airplanes. We'd shoot those fuckers down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the one cool thing about America is that like no one really can fuck with us. If it really came down to us, we would be the worst country to try to invade because everyone, like people want to die in a gunfight. You go someplace in the South and you were like, if Russia invaded tomorrow, would you fight? They'd be like, I would fight and die proudly. You know what I mean? That's like their thought process.
That's
you know what I
true.
mean?
That's true. I guess that's what they've been trying to do with the patriotism and shit.
Right,
It's been working.
That would be fucked.
I'm proud to be an American.
Where at least I know I'm free. And I'm proud. What is it? Proud hen?
I'm proud. What? Oh shit.
We don't know the words.
They saved my life for me, and I
proudly
proudly
stand up next to you.
No, I wanted to do the verse where it was like, stand up
clap.
next to you. We sung that when I was in like 4th grade.
Really?
In the choir. Probably like after 9/11.
Speaking of like songs that I sung in like elementary school, middle school choir, God, could you imagine?
Like Swahili?
Yes. Could you imagine?
Why did every middle school choir sing a Swahili song?
I don't know. A room of white children singing.
Because
our
song was Jambo,
Jambo.
Jambo Rafiki, Jambo Rafiki Yangu.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, but
What if you just said like
Something
the
like
N-word in Swahili?
Oh, shit.
And you didn't even realize it. And then you got
whatever song our choir director bought from choirteachermusic.com. It was great.
choirteachermusic.com. The choir teacher for Sycamore Middle School ended up marrying one of his students fresh out of high school. The
That's
second
always
she
creepy when that
the
happens.
second he turned 18. She turned 18 and he was like in his 60s. Ew is right. And he was really known for looking down bitches' shirts. And I'm like, why? What is with these? And I understand this. The system is like the tenure system that like kind of fucks up the whole like being able to fire people, right?
Yeah.
But we should have been able to fire people in the 2000s for looking at children's titties because
there was a PE teacher in my high school that did the same thing. He wasn't that old, but I mean, he was still a teacher that married one of his students right when she graduated.
it is weird how common like that story is common. And it's even also weird that it's common. Like
He still works there too.
yeah, that's fucking crazy. But also like the fact that like, how many teachers did you know that had weird relationship with students? Why is that so common?
It is like weird, like really friendly, close.
Weird.
You know, like, and you know what's also weird now that I think about it is like, we have friends who are teachers.
Right.
So thinking back on when I was in like middle and high school, how my teachers could have been me currently right this exact second, or even 5 years ago when we were 25.
Oh yeah.
You know, like there are 22, 23, 24-year-old teachers. And I'm like, how the fuck are like, I don't know. I still kind of slightly feel like I'm like 18, even though I'm 30 years old. You know, so it's weird.
I feel like I'm 18 until I see
Until I see an actual 18-year-old. You're right.
No, it can even be older than that because I've seen some like freshmen, like I see
A freshman in college.
Freshmen in college,
yeah.
and I'll see him like rolling around the NIU campus, and I'm like, you look at 12-year-old. You know what I mean? Like at 18, you're not even like.
Well, I guess that's where I'm like, somebody who's fresh out of college is teaching kids, and I'm like, that's a child teaching a child.
Right. Yeah.
And then I even on top of that, I see how fucking crazy these kids are nowadays.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, how the fuck is anybody holding this shit together?
No. Every video on TikTok and Reddit that I see inside of the American school system, it seems like a pure nightmare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it seems like the worst experience. Like students beating the fuck out of the teachers and
Just,
we're
like,
getting cussed
screaming,
out,
not
screaming.
listening.
I'm like, oh my God, I could not imagine. And like on top of it, I was in the disabled people classes, so I saw my fair share of people wilding out.
Yeah.
They don't even seem that wild anymore.
Right.
That we used to concentrate all the crazies into one spot, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, they seem to all be fucking
all
nuts.
crazy,
They're
yeah.
all nuts. Come sit down over here.
Come on, Scully. Come join the podcast.
Ooh, podcast.
Come share your opinions. Apparently, kids can't even read anymore.
I did hear that, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
God damn, and you know, everyone says that it's like, oh, it's getting bad, but the pandemic seemed to kind of really fuck shit up for some of these kids.
Right. And it just
You know what I mean?
never got any better. It just got worse.
This is a perfect reason why we should make sure that the schooling system doesn't go away. Because if a whole bunch of people's parents are, and including myself, I know that I could not teach my kid a fucking thing if it came down to it.
I am so like the amount of people who have decided to homeschool their children is just like, I know that I don't know, you don't trust what the school system is doing or whatever, but people go to school to be teachers.
Oh yeah,
like,
and you barely made it through high school.
Just because you don't like what the school is teaching doesn't mean that you can fucking do it better.
Oh,
or even if you like the idea of what you want to teach them might in your head be better, but you don't know how to fucking teach it to them anyway.
Right.
Because teaching somebody something is a fucking science.
No offense to my mom. I could not imagine spending all fucking day with her. Her teaching me math, I would kill myself.
Well, and I think, to be honest with you, aside from whatever the fuck you're learning in school, going to school is so important, I think, for a kid's social development. We knew
a few homies that were homeschooled, and they were weird.
Like, you just need to be around your peers that are your age and learn how to, like, navigate social situations, and also, like, navigate, like, what it's like to be in a classroom and respect people and listen to other people.
Right.
And listen to an authority figure who's your teacher, because, you know, eventually if you want to get a job,
that's what you'll be doing.
Listen to your boss.
Right.
It's like the same thing that I'm teaching my clients at work who are adults with disabilities, who eventually, if you don't fucking get there, you're going to end up in one of my programs.
Right. And I have no doubt that
if
eventually,
you don't learn how to read.
I mean, I'm sure eventually,
because we do have people with learning disabilities who can't get a job out in the community.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do wonder, like, you know, if there's two ways that I look about this. The way I look at it in a positive light is we need way more plumbers than people that go people that go to college. Than people that go to college. So if we have a whole generation of people that are kind of maybe dumb, maybe we can get more plumbers going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think the main thing will be, it's okay if you're dumb, but you also have to have a sense of what, and I don't want to sound like a boomer when I say this, but like a sense of because the feeling that I get from the younger generation just from the TikToks I watch are like, I'm going to become a self-made entrepreneur.
No, you're not.
Kind of person.
Yeah, right.
Right? So it's like, I'm not going to work for somebody else. Whereas like if you're going to be a plumber,
right, you
do work for somebody else. You know, you're kind of, you're doing something the way that the company you work for wants it to be done.
Honestly, I don't even what do kids want to become nowadays? Like
a YouTuber, influencers?
Yeah.
I don't know. But that could also just be what I'm seeing on TikTok, because I'm watching TikTok.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe kids do want to be doctors and scientists and
maybe some of them
that.
do.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I imagine that it's probably somewhat similar to what, you know. There's some people that want to go to the military, some people who want to do a trade. Most people want to go to college. The more vocal people are saying they want to be influencers.
Right. Oh, I'm sure. And
the people on social media who
trying
are
to get attention.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I mean, I guess the more prevalent social media and
I mean, and the thing is too, maybe they'll figure it out. I mean, for fuck's sakes, when I was 14 years old, I wanted to be Marilyn Manson. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's as dumb as a dream as wanting to become the next ninja. You know what I mean? It's all pretty fucking stupid and speculative.
It could be possible, but it's pretty not
possible.
Yeah, right. Like I wanted to be on Broadway.
Right.
That's not happening.
Right.
Obviously.
Exactly. Not unless our musical.
Not unless there's an agent watching this that thinks that this is what you want here.
This would be the worst musical ever.
This is the worst self-tape I've ever done in my life. I'm going to send this into a bunch of directors.
What is that? I'm Brian Silva. My legs don't work no more.
Not even on crutches. What was that little speech he did before? Because who was making the movie? Did he do a speech?
He's like, Mr. Ford Coppola, the world's finest director. Yeah, I think that's who Francis Ford Coppola directed The Outsiders. I believe the guy that directed the Godfather. The Outsiders is what I call my penis. Because it's outside of her.
Okay. Well,
that was good.
Here's my 32 bars of music for my self-tape. Defying gravity.
Gotta do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure it's nice and loud for our neighbors to hear real good. Here's mine.
Do you want me to put my tap shoes on?
No, I'm doing mine now. It's me, Alexander Hamilton, Shamel Damel Damilton, tucking on my Hamilton, touching on my Schmamilton, Emma Zamel Lammerton. I could be stupid like Lin-Man Grindwell Nanda.
You could. I am seeing Hamilton in like 2 weeks, so I'll give you a review.
The official
if you haven't
Hamilton.
already seen one in the last 10 years. But here we are.
All right, that was good.
Thank you.
Good podcast.
Please come home. Please, please, please.